Welcome to Streaming Deluxe. My name is Mr. Urchin, and in this video we're going to talk about Nacon. So, who is Nacon, guys? And this is especially interesting since the Sinking City was now released on Steam, and Frogwares is saying here Frogwares has not created the version of the Sinking City that is today on sale on Steam. We do not recommend the purchase of this version. More news are soon. Oh my god, all this fuss around the Sinking City on Steam. So I thought about, yeah, guys, let's talk about Nacon. Who is Nacon? And if you just go and you type it in Google, you find like Nacon is formerly Bigben Interactive, and a French video game company based in Lescun, established in February 81. The company designs and distributes accessories for video game consoles and publishes and distributes video games for various platforms. So number of employees 350, and they were formerly Bigben Interactive, and you can also even buy a stock of this company. It started trading in the 6th of March, when I understand it correctly here, and yeah, started with €5.48, and since then it made around about 40%. So that's not bad. So I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for information purposes only. Okay, guys, let's jump to the Wikipedia page. And here you can also find, of course, we're going to check out this page as well. So what do we find on the English Wikipedia page? Since it is a French company, it might be also interesting to check out the French Wikipedia page a bit later. So the subsidiaries of Nacon are Big Ant Studios, Cyanide, Echo Software, Kiloton, and Spider. So that's actually interesting. So 40 years ago, Bigben. So 12 months ago, 12 months since 1 year, the name is Nacon. So no one heard Nacon before. So Nacon, So we got this. So in 2001, the company reached an agreement with Sega to distribute the remaining stock of Sega's Dreamcast consoles, accessories and software across Europe. In December, 3 years after Atari's initial bankruptcy sale, Atari sold the Test Drive franchise to Bigben. So Bigben, Nacon, they always kind of bought some franchises, some IPs from companies that were actually more or less going bankrupt. So this is a very funny. So also We Rally series was also sold to Bigben around this time without a formal announcement. So there's some very interesting deals always going on, as it seems, and this seems also to be the problem in Sinking City, because their IP about Sinking City has been sold to Nacon, and as I understood it correctly, Frogwares doesn't like this, therefore they are not agreeing that this game has been now published on Steam. And then we also see that they were merging with Bigben into a single entity, and now they call it Nacon. And they also bought the Big Ant Studios. It's an Australian company headquartered in Melbourne, and they made games like, games like AO Tennis, Tennis World Tour, Cricket, Big Bash, AO Tennis, Fruit Ninja. So Fruit Ninja, and mostly some rugby and tennis games. Alright, so Nacon, Bigben Interactive. I mean, everyone knows Bigben Interactive. They're actually known. So WRC9 is, for example, it's from the Kiloton branch. Kiloton is a French video game developer located in Paris. It was founded in 2002 by Roman Vincent and Jan Tampellini. The company's most notable developing bet on Soldier Bloodsport and its expansions. Okay, so WRC. Then we have the Tennis World Tour games. We have the Werewolf game. This just recently came out, and this is developed by Cyanide, also French video game developer based in Nanterre. The company was founded in 2000 by blah blah blah. So Studio Amuse and Cyanide in Montreal, and employs 110 people. And then the Lord of the Rings Golem is coming out with the Delic. So they have a lot of They work together with a lot of different developers. I mean, they are publishers, so the publisher is there to sell the game, to market the game. The developer develops the game. So, and then also Warhammer Chaos Bane. This was developed by Echo Software. So the WRC Rugby series, the TT Isle of Man series, and some other games. So this is Bigben Interactive, this is Nacon. you can see they have actually really a huge library. Evil Twin from 2002 on Dreamcast, for example, a huge library with a lot of games. So, but as it seems, the history of this company is extremely difficult. So, the company also owns rights to distribute games without owning the IP. Now it gets complicated. So, Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, and The Sinking City. They have the right to distribute, to publish the game, but they don't have the IP, because distribute here, for example, we see now for The Sinking City, developed by Frogwares. So the distribution contract ended on the 20th of April 2020, so last year. Oh my god, and this is all what the fuss is about here on Steam, that you can find also on the Frogwares page. So they have the right. Yeah, they don't have the right on the IP, but they have the right to distribute. So I'm not going to go through all of the text of Frogwares. If you're interested, I'm putting a link down below, and then you can find out what is actually the argument of Frogwares. So we haven't heard any argument of Nacon yet. And yeah, it's a legal battle. So they're in front of the courts, and they are going to decide who owns the IP. And if Frogwares is going to own the IP, then yeah, if Frogwares is going to own the IP, then maybe the Sinking City will disappear from Steam. And if Nacon is owning the IP, or they have the right to distribute, and then even without owning the IP, nothing will change to the game. So a lot of interesting stuff is going on. So and then we have here Nacon. If you go on their page, they actually make controllers. So I didn't know this. They make controllers, and the controllers look kind of good. I like the sort of the controllers. They look cool, like they have a good quality. So they have controllers and video games. If you go now here on video games, just clicking on it, guys. Then we say they see, for example, Vampire the Masquerade, Roguebook, Werewolf, Handball Tennis, WRC, Overpass, WRC, Chaos Bane. So those are mostly, those are decent games. Let's say they're decent PC, decent video games. They're not the classical AAA game, but they're games people buy, people play. Chaos Bane got also a lot of negativity and negative reviews, and WRC is also mostly, let's say, they call it a decent game. And then I would also say, let's check the French page, so I can translate it very quickly to you, that if you want to understand a little bit more. So the capitalization of Nacon is 228 millions, and they make like 291 millions in 2019, and in 2018 they had a net income of 17.3 million. So it's actually a really small company. I mean, you can see it already with the numbers of the personnel. So 163 people were working in Nacon in 2018. Bigben, so 4th of September 2019, Bigben was founding affiliate called Nacon. So the arcade, they created actually a subsidiary company, and then they called this one the Nacon. And this affiliate is distributing accessories. And they decided to also publish under the name of Nacon. In 2019, Bigben was buying Spiders and Greedfall, which came then out some months later. And in 2018, they bought Cyanide. So it's a company that creates subsidiary companies. They are buying IPs to distribute them. So it's really a business. It's really some sort of a business company that is not developing their own games, but the goal is to just being a good distributor. So I like this. So the fondateur is Alain Falk. I mean, the idea behind this is not bad. So, and you can also see they exist since 1981. So it's a very old company. Very old company. Also in German, you can find some information. They were also developing Bound by Flame, so that's actually not such a good game, but this more like the classical quality of those Nacon games. And then, okay, and then very complicated actually. That Bigben, and then we had Greedfall and Focus Home Interactive. So there's a lot of confusing stuff going on between Bigben Interactive, Nacon, which was Bigben Interactive, and Focus Home Interactive. Well, I see now what all the fuss is about when it comes to the sinking city. So there's a lot of complicated takeovers and IP purchasing, buying stuff going on. So now my honest opinion is, guys, as a consumer, we should just not care. I mean, I don't like what's going on. I don't even know if I should be now on the side of one of those. So on the side of Frogwares as the poor developer, yeah, my sympathy is mostly for the developer, of course. But on the other hand, the developer goes to a publisher, and the publisher gives them some documents to sign, and then I think about like the developer has also some sort of responsibility to understand what the publisher is doing. I mean, if they create a good game, they can go to any publisher. Mostly they also get financed by publisher. I'm not saying this happened in this case here, but it's a very complicated situation. So it's kind of fun and interesting to get ourselves into it. But guys, I would say as a gamer, well, it's drama alert. So, well, that's it. It's a drama alert. So would I invest in Nacon? Yeah, I wouldn't invest now in Nacon, obviously. Too much drama. That's never a good sign. All right, guys. So then I would say I'm leaving this here. I hope you got some information out of this video what Nacon is. Bigben Interactive, a little bit about this complicated situation there. So I'm not taking any responsibility for anything I said here, if it is correct or true. So I was just reading mostly what I could find open source on the internet. So, and I hope you have a wonderful day, guys. See you the next time. Bye bye.